Hi, everybody. I hope your weekend was a nice one and that you got to at least say a virtual hello to the people that you love and spend some time with them. I got to go over to my grandchildren's home and we sat in their backyard 6 feet apart from everybody and got to at least listen to my grandsons and watch them scooter and various things. And the baby was asleep because she doesn't understand social distancing. So right at the end, I was able to see her because she was still sleepy after her nap. Anyway, it was good to be with family. Felt very strange leaving and not hugging them, but I'll take what I can get. This movement back here is El Gato, my cat. Now, for some reason, they both are asleep right now, but I'm sure before the broadcast, they'll be awake up and causing all sorts of havoc. All right, today I want to talk about two concepts, two old sayings that I find very useful. One is, don't go to the hardware store. Start over. Don't go to the hardware store for milk. Now, what does that mean? Oh, touching my face. You know, our expectations get us into terrible trouble. So if I go to the hardware store expecting to be able to buy milk, I'm going to be disappointed. And you would say to me, well, of course, why would you go to a hardware store thinking they would have a milk section? And that would be a reasonable assumption. We do that all the time in our relationships. I go to the hardware store expecting X, Y, and Z from you, and then am disappointed when you can't fulfill my expectations. So next time you're bemoaning either that somebody did something on purpose to you or did not answer something that you want or fulfill something you want, that's where we get into terrible trouble. You know, sometimes I work with clients and women will say, you know, I waited and waited and waited and my husband didn't come home and he did that just deliberately. And I say, no, not always. Sometimes it's even worse than that. They say, what do you mean? I'll say, well, sometimes people do things not deliberately to hurt us, but because they don't even think about us. They're busy in their own lives, thinking about themselves and their own needs. And so they don't even bring us into their consciousness. If that keeps happening to you and you keep feeling sad or hurt by it, that's the hangover I talk about in relationships. You've heard if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you expect different results. That's another way of saying, excuse me, I'm yawning. That's another way of saying, you're going to the hardware store expecting a different result. So don't go to the hardware store for milk. The second phrase I love, and I have to explain it to the young people because they don't understand it at all. Don't cast your pearls before swine. I love that one. And I'll say, do you understand what that means? No. Well, do you know pearls are valuable? Well, half the time they don't because they don't wear that kind of jewelry. If it was a nose ring, it might be. So it's like a pearl is something valuable. And it starts out as a grain of sand and gets rubbed into becoming something beautiful like this pearl. So why would you continue giving away your pearls? I'm so sorry. This is my friend's fault. She got me a addicted to a Netflix thing I couldn't stop watching, so I binged yesterday. So it's certainly not my responsibility. I have to blame somebody else. So I remain spiritual and a borderline spiritual goddess, or maybe just a borderline. I don't know. Anyway, so when we have something valuable, our talents, our gifts, our kindness, our love, maybe our money, and we give it away to people who cannot appreciate it, that's casting our pearls before swine. Now, before you get offended, I'm not calling your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife swine or a pig. I'm just saying, don't waste talents, gifts, valuables on people who can't appreciate them. And it doesn't always mean they're bad people. It just means y'all are on two different wavelengths. So save them and use your talents where they can be most appreciated, most used, most needed. And stop going to the hardware store for milk. I see some friends there. There's KK, hi Kay, Ginger, Gary. Thank you all for continuing to listen. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. A little windy in LA, but beautiful. I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you tomorrow with something pithy. I didn't say pissy. I said pithy, P-I-T-H-Y. That means very poignant. Oh, I'm into the P's today. Anyway, I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Bye.